downstream. One swimming up, one swimming downstream. The Pisces life, 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 the Pisces life.
I know that's right. Okay, first of all, the giggles out. I'm so excited that you're here.
I'm glad we finally got a chance to do this.
Me too,
Yes.
and it's got this hot time when everything is going on with you, man. And it's been a minute. It has been a minute, so we got to get it all. Get it.
We are so excited, and this is especially important because we've been talking about you on our shows, right? So folks been thinking we've been lying, like, we've been making up like we knew you or whatever. So they was just like, I don't even know why them Pisces Life girls keep talking about Malcolm Jamal-Warner. They don't know nothing about him. They need to stop lying.
Just wait.
Well, I definitely appreciate the love that you always give out.
Absolutely. All right. Anything that you want to particularly talk about, feel free. We are going to freeform. We've both listened to I'm Ready. So we are ready to talk about it.
All right, cool.
All right, so welcome to yet another edition of the Pisces Life, but this is a special one. To end Pisces season, the interview you have been waiting for, Mr. Malcolm Jamal-Warner. Welcome.
Hey there. You finally got it in.
Yes.
All right, so we want to welcome you to the show. We've been talking about this for a while. We're going to jump right into it. You are coming off one of the most amazing experiences, a first for you, your first Grammy, yo.
I got my first Grammy, yo. Yeah, it was very exciting. The nomination was a very pleasant surprise. And of course, actually winning the Grammy just made it that much better.
Absolutely. When we started flipping us through the timeline, it's what, Grammy? Wait a minute, what?
Yeah, man, yeah.
Yeah, so
talk
cool. About the song. Talk about the song and the collaboration, because you was with some heavy hitters on this song that actually won. Right.
Well, Robert Glasper is he's a beast, and a lot of people in the R&B world, weren't necessarily familiar with him. He's got a very heavy jazz background. And then a couple of years ago, he decided he was going to do an R&B record, and he did Black Radio 1. Of course, that had everybody on it. Jill Scott, Letitia, Layla, Anthony Hamilton, like everybody was on that record. So that record won a Grammy for R&B record, best R&B record, and then the single he did with Letitia won for best R&B performance. So he decided to do Black Radio 2, and had everybody and their grandmothers on it again. And I was actually just hanging out at the studio, and he was playing me the song with Jesus Children, the Stevie Wonder remake, and Layla was singing it, and he was telling me about this this musical interlude where he was going to have his friend do a poem about the Sandy Hook massacre, because his friend's daughter actually got killed in that that horrible event. So his friend was going to do a poem in tribute to that, and then I had come back like a week later, and he told me that his friend just really couldn't do it because it was just too close to home. And Robert asked me if I had a poem about Sandy Hook. And I was like, no, but give me the track and I'll go upstairs and write one.
I know that's nice.
Yeah, so literally I took his iPod and some earphones and went upstairs and just listened to the song, and the channel just opened, and that's what came out.
That is a beautiful thing. Beautiful, beautiful. Absolutely.
Beautiful story, and speak about right place, right time. It's amazing how when the universe conspires to get everybody that needs to be present on projects together, whether you knew you were going to be part of it or not, and then look at the result of it. What a beautiful song.
No doubt. Yeah. The universe. I have a buddy who always says the universe ain't no dummy.
Absolutely.
So and that's a I think I use that as a perfect example of, you know, how they say luck is preparation met with opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I've been a, you know, although, you know, people know me mostly, you know, as an actor, but I've been a poet all of my life, and I've been, you know, a spoken word poet, like, you know, hardcore for the last 21 years. So, because, you know, writing is one of my things, and I always try to stay up on my game, that was a perfect example of being prepared when an opportunity was, you know, laid right there.
The Pisces Life, the Pisces Life.
Yeah, these are our favorite accolades here. So this is hot. You all received a Grammy nomination for the Best Urban Alternative Performance for your track Daykeeper. That's off your second album, Leave It All Behind. So take us back to the day you found out that Daykeeper was nominated for a Grammy. So we know what our initial reaction would be if the Pisces Life ever got nominated for anything. Like, we'd be screaming and jumping up and down. So what did you guys do? What was your initial reaction? Were you together when you got the news?
No, we weren't together. Tay was asleep, I want to say. Yeah, I was knocked out, bro. I was asleep. And, yeah, I was knocked out. And so pretty much, I mean, pretty much for me, my then wife at the time just came and told me that, you know, you got nominated for a Grammy. And I was just like, all right, cool. And so I just rolled over and went back to sleep. And, it wasn't until I woke up later that evening, like later on, that, like I just saw like my text messages and like Twitter was going crazy, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, okay, it's kind of real, you know what I'm saying? So,
Twitter streets keep you informed, don't they?
Yeah, the Twitter streets will keep you informed. So that's what kind of kept me on it. But other than that, I mean, it was just really, you know, I mean, it was just one of those things, and I'm glad it happened. But, it was just one of those things that it was like, okay, I mean, a check didn't come with it, so, I mean, it wasn't like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, not to make light of the Grammy, stuff like that, but I don't know. I'm just at that stage of my life. Like, if I was like 21 and got nominated for a Grammy, like, I would be, you know, making it rain and popping bottles and all that. I'd probably going crazy. But at 35, it's just kind of like, you know what? Like, I get moved by money. Like, pay me, and you'll see me get excited.
The Pisces Life, the Pisces Life.
So much fun.
There is. So, audience, if you were here with us, you would see that the good brother Jay Ivy is sitting in front of some awards.
Oh yeah,
and
my little buddies.
And things, these things that are behind him. So you have quite an impressive list of accomplishments. The Super Bowl commercial that my sis had referenced earlier, you were named the Poet Laureate, and you are a Grammy Award-winning poet. Tell us a little bit about the accolades of poetry, because for most of us, myself included, you know, you do your poems, you have your people who love what you do, and they be like, you know, go on, sis, and then it's over, you know what I'm saying? But you have something that has been elevated. And so talk about that and what that feels like being, you know, a kid that came from the South Suburbs. I live in the South Suburbs too, so I know exactly what you're talking about. And I think Miss Argue is my soror's mama. So we are Deltas too. So
yeah, my wife a Delta.
All right.
See, you like you already adopted. That's it.
Yeah, Deltas. My godmom is a Delta, so she was the first Delta in my life. Then there was Miss Argue. Similar story happened in college. My English professor, she came across. I took one of my poems. I wrote a poem for this girl, and a friend of mine read it in her class, and she was like, "Oh man," she was like, "I got this show coming up. I want you to write a poem and perform it in the show." And I was like, "Oh man, yeah, absolutely." Because I was on campus that hadn't done any shows. I was trying to figure out how to get back on stage. And her name's Melda Potts. She was a Delta, so she was very instrumental. And then my wife, Tari Teray, she went to Mississippi Valley State.
Mississippi, she plays in the
Yeah, I'm an honorary Delta gent, you know. Honorary.
You earned it. You earned it. Which leads me to.
Didn't talk about his abuse.
Oh yeah.
We went on. Yeah, back to what you were saying.
So to answer your question, like I've been very, very blessed to be surrounded by amazing people who have always helped, always, pulled my chain, like, yo, we working on this, working on that. You think you can come do this? So, to be in company with great people is amazing. It's an amazingly grateful feeling. To be on a Grammy-winning album with Kanye and Jay-Z, and to have that moment to even meet a John Stevens and be in a room like, yo, I'm gonna start calling you John Legend, and then that sticks.
Right.
Like to have friends like my buddies Cootie and Chike, they're amazing directors. They hit me up like, we're working on a Muhammad Ali documentary for BET, and we want you to poetically narrate it. Like, Muhammad Ali, like, are you serious? Like, yeah, absolutely, it would be an honor. So to be a part of this film, which was the last documentary that was released before he passed, and the family, they said he watched it. They said he would always, watch everything that came out about him. So to be a part of that, to know Ali saw me work and saw the art, and then to be awarded an Image Award for that, and then we turned around and we did a Martin Luther King documentary, and they had me poetically narrate that. And we went down to Memphis and to the Laureate Motel, and I was able to do a poem. Yeah, they let us out on the balcony, and I actually performed a poem standing on the mark where Dr. King was shot and assassinated, and to be standing there and performing the poem for one of my heroes was, it was, I'm still processing all of those feelings, That was one of those moments I called Miss Argue, like, man, remember when you had me doing Martin Luther King speeches in high school, and listen to what I just did, So we were nominated. We got a nomination for that, to be a part of Def Poetry, and that, see that won a Peabody, and got this guy for my book. This is a Clio Award. So
I like the framing of your situation too. It's just, it says something rhetorically without saying something. It's just
I've been around the block. I've been around the block, and I'm always amazed, by the just the love that the work gets, and being a part of projects that gets that type of love is amazing. It's amazing, So yeah, Def Poetry kicked it off. That was the first big one, and then right after that was the College Dropout, and that was a humongous moment. So yeah, it's just been blessing after blessing.
The Pisces life, the Pisces life, the Pisces life, the Pisces life.